Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Ivan 3 Stacks here, and I got a special surprise for you guys. Stellarknight Demise. I'm a Constellar player by heart, and the only reason why I play Stellars is because they actually are Constellars. They're like the future, kind of like Gustos or Ritual Beasts, Gishkis or Necros. Gym Knights actually end up being shit alls, and these are the Constellars. So they're kind of like the new age, the new generation of Constellars. And I've been playing Stellarknights for 2 years. Been a Constellar player for almost 4. And I choose these over my Blue Eyes, I choose these over my PK Fire, over my Cyber Angels, over my Cosmos, over my Evil Swarms, over my Yang Zins, over my Shadalls. I have a lot of top decks that I can do some crazy stuff with, but I choose these guys because these are my babies. They're reliable, they hold it down, and they don't let me down. So let's hop into this main. Triple Demise. Demise is just, the standard stuff. If you see card Demise, you want to set her versus summon her so that way you don't end up having a discard during your in phase. Triple Altair, this guy is, sometimes he keeps you in the game. Like, Altair is one of the MVPs. These are the only 3 of Stellarknights. I run 2 Unicalhai. Me personally, I run 2. If you run 3, that's on you, but I've been playing the deck for a long time, and Unicalhai becomes dead. Like, when you top deck an Unicalhai, and the only thing you have to dump is Deneb, but you already have Deneb's engraved, it's a waste of a card. You can run that 3 if you want to see it earlier, but I really don't. With card Demise now, we have a better way to dump Stellarknights into the grave and Twin Twisters, so we are not always as dependent on Unicalhai. It's nice to have her at 2 because, she gets you what you want from your deck to the grave, so that's why I still run her at 2 and not 1, but 3 is just, it's not a good ratio for me. If it works for you, cool, it works for you, but I play her at 2. A 1 Vega. Vega, I just find that she kind of clogs my hands now. Like, if you see more than 1 Vega, or if you see Vega too early, she can be a dead draw. Like, if this is the only monster in your hand, you can't make a play. So I'd much rather just search her later on in the game and then use her for my Trivier loops. And sometimes you don't even need Vega to make your Trivier. Like, when you in-phase Call the Haunted for Altair and then get Deneb to search, you can search for, like, Sammy or Unicalhai, normal summon them, and then still make your Trivier. But having her keeps you in that loop, so you still need to play at least 1 Vega. And Sammy, MVP, this guy says, I win even if your board's established. Like, you've got 5 monsters. You're playing Mermails, they got like 5 monsters, and they just got this crazy stuff going on, and you're like, hey, summon this guy, burn you for 1,000, good game. Or summon this guy, make a Gaga Cowboy, good game. This guy just says good game. If you summon him at least twice in the duel, you're doing really well. But you can summon him way more than that. Like, sometimes your opponent draws for his standby. You summon this guy for Call the Haunted, and it's GG. And sometimes it's just funny. So don't underestimate this guy. I wish I could play more, but 1 is he's a perfect ratio just as a 1 of. You can keep recurring him with Call the Haunted and Altair. That's it for monsters. Triple card of Demise. Demise is just that good stuff, man. It just gives the Stellarknights that edge that they really need because their resources are based upon a snowball effect, and that means that they have to recur everything from the grave to consistently keep spamming the field. Card of Demise gives them an extra boost of speed for you to get that snowball effect loop started earlier on in the game. So it's really, it's a powerful card in this deck. I think Stellarknight Demise is better than Cleavefort Demise. I said I think, so I'm not saying it's a fact, but my opinion, I am playing Stellarknight Demise, and it's just so good. It's so powerful. 2 pots. Now 3 will definitely brick and clog. You'll end up drawing pots off of Demise or playing a pot and revealing a pot. So I think that 2 is the perfect ratio. It just helps you get to Demise earlier and also helps you get to your Solemn Strikes and your Nova Alphas faster. 2 Twin Twisters in the main. It's a really good discard outlet in addition to being, just like a great out to a lot of problematic back rows and scales, etc. That's it for spells. Triple Alpha, the best trap in the game. In my opinion, it's better than Strike because what it does for this deck. So I'll give you the reason. I'll just tell you why. So when you have a Trivier or a Stellarknight Deltaros on field, and you alpha that, right? You're going to stop a play, you're going to spam an Altair and Deneb, so you're going to stop a play, you're going to get 2 monsters in the field, you're going to draw a card, and you're going to get a search. So you just got 3, maybe 4 benefits off of 1 trap, and you stopped your opponent's play with the counter trap. It's busted. It's almost like costless sometimes, so I think it's the best trap in the game. My opinion, I think. Triple Strike is amazing. Sometimes you want a Nova Alpha, that Twin Twister, to protect your strikes, because you need that strike sometimes. Triple Floodgate Trap Hole, it's amazing. That's another thing, too, that I like about Alpha, is that we have a way to actually negate Twin Twisters to keep our back row. Because we like our back row. We like our Call of Hunters. We like our traps. We like saying no Yu-Gi-Oh for you, yes Yu-Gi-Oh for me. Floodgate is amazing because it doesn't target or destroy, and it happens on normal summon, so it's just like crazy. Like, oh, I Pendulum Summon for 5, I Soul Charge for 5, I Floodgate all of them. So it's just great. It's broken. Triple Phoenix Chain. I am going to max out everything possible in this deck as far as ready. So these are going to be OTs. The Pot of Dualities are going to be OTs. What else can I max out? I'm gonna probably get ultra parallel rare of my Call the Haunteds, and I'm just gonna make this deck as beautiful as possible because I love it, and I am a rarity hoe. I admit it. I got a problem with it. Sorry, I just like shiny cards and I hate commons. Call the Haunted is one of the best traps in this deck because it keeps you in the game. Sometimes you can live off of one Call the Haunted and one Triviate and just keep going on and on. It's crazy. 2 Quaking and 2 Drowning. I had 3 in the main, but I had to take 1 out. It was just a space thing. I would run 3. I would run 7 if I could. Drowning is really good because even though this deck is pretty consistent, you will have times where you either open with like 1 or no monsters, and sometimes you want to keep that 1 monster for like that game-changing drop. So you'll just set 5 and pass turn sometimes, and then they try to go off, and then you drowning them, and then you summon that monster and attack directly. That's just a sometimes thing, but I still run it at 2 because when my opponent breaks my board and just clears out my monsters and I have no comeback, this is one of the best. This is one of the best ways to stall out for a turn and reset up your board. 1 Grand Horn. It's one of my favorite traps. I like it a lot because when you're playing against anybody who special summons, which is pretty much anybody, if the first monster they summon is a special summon, you negate that and you bring them to their battle phase, and they're in their battle phase with no monsters because they didn't normal summon yet. So it's only super broken if they decide to special summon first without even normal summoning. Like, I'll give you an example. You're playing Blue Eyes. Either they have the Sage and didn't normal summon it, or they don't have Sage. So they reveal Blue Eyes, they special alternative. You negate alternative summon, they go to battle phase. They have no monsters. The first thing they did was special, you negated that, skip the main phase. So I just love it. It's pretty broken. Like, it steals a turn, and it's just unexpected. I really like it. Not a lot of people are playing it, so it's one of my surprise attacks. Solemn Warning, I'm gonna get an ultimate rare of this. Bottomless, Torrential, Vanity's gonna get a secret, and 1 Oasis. I wish this was something that wasn't rare. I wish there was a super. Hopefully it gets a reprint in the future. I find that 3 Call and 1 Oasis is the perfect ratio. Very similar to Satellanova Alpha. If you open with these in hand and no monsters, they're just dead. So running 4 Call the Haunteds is the perfect ratio. You gotta run Alpha at 3, man. It's just too busted. And the way this deck works, as soon as you get a certain amount of resources, you keep getting them back. So you can work with the same stuff. You can work with this same Oasis. You can work with this same Call. You can work with that same Fiendish. And just keep resetting up boards every turn. It becomes annoying to play against it. Alright, let's hop into this extra deck. Tokens. We've got Triple Trivier. Sometimes the only monster that I ever bring out from my extra deck. Trivier for game is just so easy. When you burn your opponent down with the Stellarknight All Sam and just keep burning them, and then summon Trivier, it's like a guaranteed 2100 to the face. It's even better when you Call the Haunted during your end phase. Bring out Altair, Deneb, search, get something like Una Kalhai or Sammy, and then summon that, then make your Trivier, boom. Even better if you already had Vega in your hand, so you can just, Vega engraved, you could just call Altair, Vega, Deneb, boom. Make your Trivier, then normal summon another Stellarknight, and you attack for even more damage. So she's just crazy. Her discard effect is not going to be as good coming into the new format, but you do have those decks that it can hurt, especially Cosmos, who are they really need their resources. And her floating ability is crazy. Just sending her to grave, you're going to basically make another Trivier. So, for example, if I make her and you strike her, and I special Altair, I special Deneb, and maybe I have a Call the Haunted handy or another monster in my hand, I can make another Trivier all over again. So she's just busted. Ragnominiad, he's a game changer. 1 Deltaros, 1 Diamond. Rafflesia, Dweller, Omega, just, when you play a Demise deck, attack over all their back row. Excalibur, having access to a 4K beater is really, really good, and it's a game changer. Pilot Dynamo, just poke 2K to the face, draw cards, draw more cards, set up for Call the Haunted, draw 2 traps. Emerald for pretty much your extra deck stuff, and sometimes your Stellarknight monsters, draw. Castell, Cowboy for game. As far as siding, this is kind of going back and forth, but for now, 2 Flying Sea. 2 Maxi. I don't main it anymore because when you card Demise for it, you discard it and it kind of hurts. But I still need it because it's good, so I cite it. 2 Spell Shattering. Triple Anti-Spell. It's a win condition against Pendulums. Triple Imperial Iron Wall. Dark Hole, Raigeki, and another Twin Twisters. It may change. I actually would like to run Steelstorm Roach because it's just so busted against Blue Eyes. That's it for now, guys. God bless you. Be safe. Shout outs to my Stellarknight and my Constellar players. Y'all keep living the dream. If you don't like my deck, I'm not sorry. Y'all be safe.